it's Abigail from Ariens Co. Today we're going to learn how to put a non-powered bagger on your Ariens EDGE so you can say goodbye to extra grass clippings and leaves left behind in your yard after mowing. By adding a bagger, you're not only going to get a cleaner, more polished looking yard, you'll also save time so you can get to other projects or do what you want to do. The EDGE bagger takes advantage of a great deck, keeping your lawn free of grass clippings that pets or kids would bring into the house with their bare feet. And not to mention, fall cleanup will be a real breeze, saving you time from raking. Installing a bagger on your Ariens EDGE, it's a simple process. That's why we've got Nick, an Ariens Co. technical training instructor, who's going to walk us through the process.
Thanks, Abby. First thing we're going to need to get started today is the bagger kit for our EDGE. Part number 815047 for our 52-inch EDGE. As always, Abby, we want to refer to our operator's manual for the most current and up-to-date instructions for any of our kits, parts, or accessories. In this situation, we're going to start by lowering our deck so we can gain access to the hardware to remove the front cover and install the weight plate bracket. Before we put our weight bracket on the front of our EDGE, we will transfer the hardware from the plate we removed, which includes the carriage bolt, spacer, and the push nut. Next, we'll install our weight plate, aligning the bolt holes with the holes in the weight plate bracket. Next, we will raise the deck back up to allow access to the hardware to remove our discharge chute.
You have to take out all 5?
Yep, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one I can leave. So here I'm just placing the hardware back in its location on the discharge chute so that if we ever decide to use it again, we know where it came from and its orientation. So now we have the front of our unit raised and supported properly by whatever means you have available, whether that's a jack and jack stands or a hefty lift like we are using today. Okay, we're going to take our 15/16 socket and our impact and remove our discharge side blade to install our high lift blade.
Any certain way you need the blade facing?
Yep, the cutting edge should be facing down. So once we get our high lift blade installed and finger tight, we can use a block of wood and a torque wrench to torque the bolt to 90 foot-pounds. Next, we can install our bagger boot onto our deck. We will use 3 carriage bolts and center locking nuts to install our boot to the deck. Next, we will install our receiver onto the right rear of the frame using the included hardware. When we install the L bracket into our receiver, we want the long end pointing up. Next, we will install our pin, washer, and clip that holds our support brace to the frame of the unit. So next we will install the hood assembly onto the receiver and L bracket that we just installed on the mower. For this installation, we're going to be using position 2 for mounting, which is the position closer to the inlet for the hood. Then we can tighten our hardware at the bagger. Next, we can uninstall our hose. Next, we can assemble our mesh bags by inserting the wire frame and feeding the bag around the frame. Once we get our bag threaded into place, we'll use the tube supplied to complete the connection, and then rotate the bag 180 degrees around the wire frame and repeat for the other bag. Once we get both bags assembled, we can then go in and install them in our bagger under the hood and close the latch.
Thanks, Nick, for your help in assembling this bagger. Now, before we go, do you have any maintenance tips?
Not necessarily maintenance tips, Abby, but just a reminder that when we cut in long grass or wet grass, that may affect the performance of our bagger. So it really likes to have the maintained grass levels and nice dry grass in order to work at its best.
Perfect, good notes. Well, thank you guys for watching how to install a bagger on your Ariens EDGE. As always, make sure to refer to your owner's manual for the most up-to-date information. Happy installing.